Have you booked your Schengen visa appointment at the wrong embassy? You may face a refusal. This isn't about bad documents or insufficient funds. It's about a crucial rule that many overlook. Let's dive into what it is. The rule is known as the competent state rule. When applying for a Schengen visa, you must go to the embassy of your main destination country. This is the country where you'll spend the most nights on your trip. Let's consider an example. Imagine you're planning a 2-week holiday. You will spend 3 nights in Paris, 10 nights in Barcelona, and 1 night back in Paris. Your main destination isn't France, it's Spain. Therefore, you must apply at the Spanish consulate, regardless of flying in and out of Paris. Now, if your time is evenly split between countries, there's a slight twist. In that case, you apply to the country you enter first. For example, if you spend 5 nights in Germany and 5 nights in the Netherlands, apply to the consulate of the country where you land first. But why does this rule exist? It's not for bureaucracy's sake. Each Schengen state is responsible for assessing the risks associated with your trip. If you approach the French consulate but your real trip is mostly about Spain, they can't accurately assess your itinerary. This mismatch raises immediate red flags. A common issue arises with West African applicants. Many hear that certain consulates are easier to deal with. They craft their itinerary to fit that embassy, even if it's not their main destination. Embassy staff recognize these patterns quickly. It raises skepticism about your application, and that can negatively impact your chances. What happens if you apply to the wrong consulate? In the best case, your application won't even be accepted. You lose your appointment and possibly your fee. Then, you'll have to start over at the right consulate, delaying your plans significantly. In a worse scenario, they accept your application, and that's trouble. Your application now officially records a refusal. This record remains visible for every future Schengen application, causing future immigration officers to question your intentions. Now, how do you determine your competent state correctly? First, be honest with your travel plans. Map out your itinerary night by night. Count your nights in each country. Remember, if it's close, refer back to the first entry rule. If your plans are complex, visiting family in one country, attending business meetings in another, seek proper advice before making plans. Guessing isn't a viable strategy, as the consequences could mean refusal. Even seasoned travelers fall victim to this rule. Changes in itinerary can shift your competent state. They may apply to the same embassy that worked previously, unaware it's no longer accurate. Remember, the embassy you choose is determined by your actual travel plan. It's not about convenience or reviews. Getting it wrong can severely impact your future applications. Consider 2 friends traveling together but having different itineraries. One stays with family, and the other has hotels across multiple countries. Even though they travel together, their competent states could differ because applications are based on each individual's plans. If you're uncertain about your trip's structure, finalize your accommodations before considering the embassy. This order of planning is much smarter. Note that some countries might check these details more rigorously than others. Some embassies will want complete itineraries and accommodation confirmations. Always treat this process with the seriousness it demands. If you're unsure which embassy to approach for your trip, our free readiness check can guide you before you book anything. Check the link in the description or message us on WhatsApp for personal assistance. Start your journey on the right foot.